With spring in the air, it's the perfect time to talk spring cleaning. And for all things organization, we turn to the professional MaryJo Monroe, founder of reSPACEd. Welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
So today we are talking paper. Yes. From mail to schoolwork, it all piles up. So you've got some great ideas for us. Yeah. So let's start with the actual mail.
The actual mail. So this is the thing that's probably cluttering up your kitchen counter right now as we speak. So I brought in a couple of styles of organizers that you could put on the kitchen counter instead. So one is just these upright magazine holders, or another is just an incline file sorter with folders. And I think the key thing with the folders is you want 3 of them to be the next action that piece of mail needs. Okay. So one's going to be to file, one's going to be to pay, one's going to be to look into. And then we always do one called upcoming events. So when you get things like that wedding invitation or the packing list for your kids' summer camp, like that can all go in the upcoming events folder.
Oh, that's a great idea. Great suggestion. Yeah. Okay, it's also tax season.
Yes.
That involves a lot of paperwork. I still haven't done mine, so I'm sure there's a lot of people in that boat. So I mean, what do you recommend?
Yeah, for sure. Well, for starters, for starting next year, get a folder that goes in your sorter that's labeled Taxes 2026. And then throughout the year, when you're getting those donation receipts or investment statements, you just pop them in there. So come tax time, you just have them all in one place. And then once you're done with your taxes for the year, we do super simple, get a manila envelope, slap a label on it that says Taxes 2025, put it in your filing cabinet.
Okay, love that. And then how long should you hang on to that?
So the IRS says you only need to keep the tax returns for 7 years. So like in our house.
Only.
I know. It's like a stack of of envelopes. But in our house, then we just toss and shred the oldest envelope every year.
Okay, good to know. You kind of mentioned this already, like, invitations that come up, graduation announcements will probably be coming soon. But cards, letters, what do you recommend for those items? Yeah,
for sure. That can be a major part of the paper pile. So for me in my house, I have 3 decorative shoe boxes, and one is cards for my husband, one's cards for my kid, and the other is cards from everybody else. And I think the mistake people often make when they're doing the shoebox for cards is they shove it in the farthest recesses of their closet. You don't want to do that. You want to have them somewhere accessible, which is why I'm like, make them look pretty. Yeah. You're going to look at them. So then that way, when you get that card, you can quickly just pop it in the card box and it doesn't end up on your kitchen counter for months.
Okay. I do love what you've selected in terms of design, but you're right. If you're going to be looking at it all the time, it should fit your aesthetic and not just be an old shoebox which had shoes in it, which is what I do. So,
for sure.
Okay. What about kids, schoolwork, artwork? That can be. That collects too.
That collects, and today's the first day of spring break, so here's my shout out to everyone to please check your kid's backpack. It's probably full of God knows what. Anyway.
Right, you don't want a lunchbox to sit in there for a week.
I mean, you'll smell it before you see it, so yeah. But what we have found over the years as organizers is that these 12 by 12 scrapbook bins are the best way for storing kids' artwork and schoolwork. We just get a new one for every kid per school year. Okay. And the nice thing about them is they're about 2 to 3 inches deep, so if they have like a writing notebook or some larger projects, it easily fits in here. And then we just line them up on the kids' shelf in their bedroom.
Okay. 1 box per kid per year. Yeah. That's going to add up.
It could add up. So I'm going to say bonus points if you can do 1 box per every 2 years.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then maybe, do you recommend just going through them periodically and saying, maybe we don't actually need to keep this anymore?
Right. I mean, I think the best thing would be is if you had like Friday evening, go through all the schoolwork, toss all those worksheets, stuff like that. And I will also say that all the schoolwork does really reduce after about 5th, 6th grade. Okay. So hopefully you're only with about like 6 of these long term.
Okay, good. Yeah. And finally, memorabilia. Yeah. Everyone gets a race medal at the end of a race. So like stuff like that, what do you do with that?
Yeah. So for things like photos, we have these archival safe photo boxes. So if you have printed photos, we just recommend putting them in here. One of these boxes can hold up to 500 photos. Oh, wow. I know. So you only need probably a couple of them. Yeah. And then for the other oversized stuff, we have these big 11 by 14 archival boxes. So those are great for medals, for yearbooks, for even just oversized photos like 8 by 10s.
Yeah. I love it. I always love your advice. How can people book an appointment with you? Because you will go to their house and sort all these things for them.
Oh yeah. If people feel overwhelmed with the papers, we will literally go in and sort it all for you and come up with a beautiful system.
Okay. Yeah. How can people book that appointment?
Yeah. So you can find us on our website at respacedpdx.com or on Instagram at respacedpdx.
Perfect. Thank you, MaryJo. Have a good spring break.
Oh, thank you. You too.